Okay, welcome back. I recently got a comment on an old video I put up a while ago regarding these Barnes TAC XPD 9mm rounds, where someone had claimed that they're all plus P, that I was wrong, that these can't be standard pressure rounds, etc. And so I dug them back out of my safe and wanted to just show you guys what I saw or what I see on these rounds. Again, there is nothing on the packaging here that indicates these are plus P. It basically says flat out on there that it's just a standard pressure 9mm 115 grain round. Again, nothing anywhere on the packaging here that says plus P rated. So again, I'd say it's a standard round. On the round itself, a lot of times the head stamp is going to indicate if it's a plus P round or not. And this one has no plus P markings whatsoever. So again, I continue to call this a standard pressure round. I believe it is. I bought it through a major, local retailer. I bought it from Shields. So while I had it out, I figured we'd take it to the range and do some short barrel testing in clear ballistics, because I think last time I tested this just in water jugs. So I'll take the 3.1 inch Sky DVG1 and we're going to go and put this into some clear ballistics. So stay tuned for that. All right, that Barnes hit right here. I flipped the blocks around for my prior testing so we had more space to work with. And it hit pretty much dead center. And you can see it has a pretty good wound track in there. But that thing took a hard downward angle. If you look at it from the front here, you can really see, it hit here and just angled way, way down inside the block. And I'm pretty sure it left the block and exited right there. And we'll see if it's underneath the gel block here. Yeah, it's rattling around here inside of this. I'll see if I can find that. All right, well, that was pretty extreme and kind of crazy. Again, here it is. I flipped the blocks on their edge. You can see it comes in here and just takes a hard downward turn. And then it exited the second block right here. So it got approximately 10.5 inches before it exited the block. And that's what it looks like. So maybe I'll take another one to see if I can get one captured in the block to get true depth penetration. Well, that's an interesting phenomenon, because the second round hit close to the first one and basically did exactly the same thing. It hit, and a nosedive down, got further in the block before exiting because it's right there sitting at the bottom of the block. So it got to, how far did it get before exiting the block this time? It got to about 13 inches. I'm not sure you can see down from there, but it got to about 13 inches before it came out the bottom of the block. So, interesting. I mean, it expanded well. Penetration at 13 inches is pretty good, but that's a weird travel pattern inside the gel there. Weird how it just, and I mean, lightweight rounds do tend to move around weird, but usually that's a 380 phenomenon more than 9mm, but these are only 115 grains, so just kind of an interesting result. We'll measure them at home. 1063. $10.67. $10.52. All right, back from the range with the 115 grain Barnes TAC XPD standard pressure rounds. They did quite well as far as expansion goes. Penetration was interesting. Again, they acted like you sometimes see with the very lightweight rounds, with that severe downward trajectory after causing what was very good damage in the gel blocks. The first one exited the block at about 10.5 inches. The second one exited right around 13 inches. And again, it was basically stopped right there at the edge of the block. So it probably didn't have enough energy to travel really any further than that 13 inches anyways. But yeah, through the heavy clothing, 1 layer denim, 1 layer fleece, 2 layers of cotton t-shirt material, the penetration and expansion were really kind of what we expect. Pretty ideal. We'll go ahead and we'll weigh them up. Should be about 115 grains and 114.6 there on the first one. We had expansion of 0.68, 0.68, and 0.68 inches at the max, so pretty uniform expansion on that. Again, these Barnes hollow points usually do pretty well when it comes to expansion. These are the all copper hollow points, so there is no lead on these, which is good. They do tend to be maybe a little bit longer just because they are made out of copper, and maybe that's why they curve downward. Maybe there's some tumbling in there at the end. I'm not an expert. Just kind of report what I observe. But as far as expansion, do really good, and the damage looked really good too. So, and clear ballistics is, as I've said many times before, not the easiest substance to show good expansion in. The other one here, we have 114.6 as well. There's a little bit of denim plug still in that one. Expansion was 0.68, 0.69, and 0.69 inches at the max. And I had a 3-shot average from these rounds of 1,061 feet per second, which is 287 foot-pounds of energy. So if you don't mind a traditional weighted 115 grain 9mm standard pressure round, you could do a lot worse than these. They did very well, and that's more or less all I got for you today on this one. Hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for the next one.